understand it.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. Okay. Okay. Today I'm using another way as well, so we will not have that problem. So you can see my screen. I'm recording as well. Fine.
Yes.
Right. Right. Okay. The audio is also full. And if I try this, it's also working, so I can even use this. Now, what I'm saying is, I need to discuss some more points of automation with you, so, which means advanced access. Let me do that today. Let me finish up everything today. Maybe you know it, but let me do it once with you. Can I do that? Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just open up a database. Any database. No, that's the same. I'm not booking 6. I can use Kimberly's. Yeah, I can use Kimberly's. Right. So first of all, in our query design, there are a few things that I want to be sure that you know them. For example, if I add the boat model, the length, the speed, right, and here you go. How do you know that the relationship that you've created is right or wrong? Do you know how to tell?
If it's right or wrong.
If it's right or wrong, yeah, like you see over here.
If it's right, then the query will be able to run, and if it's wrong, it won't, right?
Absolutely. You see over here the relationship is wrong, so I don't get any output. And if I remove this, and if I make this, and if I run this, I get the output. So it's right. You get the point? Okay, right? But do you see I'm getting a lot of repetition? These are repetition of records. Well, why is this happening? Let me just remove this. I don't get the repetition.
So you can, I know how you can fix it. Maybe go to validation and then delete duplicates, right?
Yeah, no. The point is, I'm just talking about relationships. At times what happens is, we have to be sure that the relationship we created is right or wrong. Did you just see what happened? If it was the inquiries table. My inquiries table was there because of this being here, I was getting repetition. And once I hide this, I don't get the repetition. Now, what is the logic behind it? Well, the logic behind it is that you see from every table from this table I'm using field, from this table I'm using field, and from this table I'm using field. So if there is a table from where I'm not using any field, don't include that. Only include those tables from where you're using.
So maybe there are like similar values in two different tables with repeatable.
Absolutely, you get redundant data because of that. Okay, so this is really important. You have to check your relationship. Obviously, you will know it's right or wrong, but let's say a very advanced question comes where creating relationship has 12 marks. Over there, I'm just trying to say. Okay, and obviously, you do know. I'm pretty sure you also do know this is that. Let me just delete this and let me make a relationship between this and what model? No. Do you know type mismatch when you get that error? Type mismatch. Have you ever come across type mismatch?
No. What is it?
No. I'll just show you.
No.
Let's say with boat name and high PW. Oh, come on. I should get type mismatch error. I could make boat name and crew. You see type mismatch in expression? Type mismatch, basically, if you get this error, you know what it means? It means that the data type.
I know what it means.
Yeah.
It means that for example, the primary key from both names should have a foreign key here with the same name, both name and.
Absolutely.
And here it's not the same, right?
Yes. So type mismatch means data type mismatch. The data type of crew is number and the data type of name is text. So how can you make a relationship between two fields that don't have the same data type? So that's wrong. So just to be careful about these few things. Okay, well done. Let me just get back to it now. Just a recap, just to know, all the wildcards. If I want to find all the names starting with S, I type S star, ending with let's say over here I want to find ending with C. I will type star C. Wildcards, yes or no? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
The problem with there was problem with video. It stopped for a little bit.
What got stuck?
So I didn't hear you very good.
No, I'm saying is.
I think my internet is bad.
Okay. What I'm saying is, if I want to find all those, can I open some other file where I have normal data? I don't like this data. One second. Inquiries, names. No. Just one second. I want a better database. It's not a good database.
Okay, but I don't know if you, because the video stopped. If you ask me how to find specific information, then you go to it, right? And then in the criteria you start what you want. You put what you want, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
If that is what you asked.
Yeah. What I was asking you was, if I want to find anything that if it's starting with A, for example, if I want to find all those names starting with R, how do I do that? R asterisk R star. Static.
You do go to the. No, I know.
Yeah.
You go to the query, and then you put, if you want all words which start with R, you have to go to the criteria. You put in the criteria R, and then the star.
The star, exactly. Right? And if you want to find all those ending with N, you type star N. Yes or no?
Yes, star and then N.
N, exactly. And if you want to find any, let's say, item that contains can CN, you'll type star can star. You know that, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. And if you want to find all those four names that have A as a second character, A as a second character.
I don't know about it.
Okay. We have to write question mark A star, but remember this will give you an error, because when you use two wildcards together, obviously you have to put them in double quotes yourself. The same rule goes in Excel. You need to put them in double quotes. Now if I do that, and if I run this, you see all those names that have A as a second character are appearing. You get the point.
And for date, it's hashtag date.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but hashtag appears on its own. So these double quotes you have to put yourself, because question mark is a wildcard and star is a wildcard. So question mark represents just one character.
Okay.
Yes or no, right? Okay.
And sorry, just to understand, if you want to do to see the third character, and then you use question mark A.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right. Then obviously, just to discuss, I have the forename and I have the surname. You do know that if I type over here S star, and if I type over here is A, I don't know, was there any name by A?
Yes, I will get a name which ends in which starts with S.
This OR. This means this, or this means diagonally. This means OR, and in the straight line it means AND. You know this, right?
Yes.
Right? And how can you be sure? If you come to View and if you come to SQL View, do you just read the last line? It says AND. Can you see that?
Okay, yes.
Right? And if I do the other way around, and if I run this, I get this. Now if I come to the SQL View, do you see I get OR, right? Why am I telling you this? Because if you do the AICT paper, the previous syllabus paper, this paper was 2015 November. This was 2015 November P4. Once you're done with this, I'll ask you to do 2-3 papers of those as well. A very good question came, but there was confusion. The examiner asked, compare this field and this field with an and this field and this field with an OR. So many students got confused what is he asking. So if you know the SQL View, you will be very much confident that, okay, I'm doing it right.
Okay.
Right? So I just want to discuss the SQL View in that case with you. Then there were runtime calculations. For example, you do know that if I want to basically do is the full name. For fields we use a square parenthesis.
Yes. And then you put forename.
Yeah, and you
And,
yes
and
forename, and use the ampersand, which is the and use is the surname. So this will basically join these together. But if you want a space, you'll obviously do what? You'll join this with a space, and you get the space as well, right?
Okay.
Right? And if you want, let's say, is the first initials, let's say from the left side, I can use the left function.
Yes, I know that.
You know that, right? Very good. So you know the left, right, mid. Can I just, to make it a bit fast, can I just write the functions that you should know over here? Okay.
Of course, yes, and then I will check after the recording.
Yes. The function that we should know at runtime is the int, the end function, the round, okay, the round down, and obviously the round up, which, what am I typing? The round up, and then we should know is the ampersand, which is basically an operator, then the left, right, mid, okay, then obviously yeah, the if the format, okay, what else yeah anything else important left? Oh yeah, they're really important. The now function through which we can derive is the month, day, year, and same we can get is the hour, minute, and second.
Okay, so is it the same in Excel for months?
Yeah, it's the same.
Y for minutes, right?
Exactly. Do I have over here any date? I could have given an example. I hate that. For okay. Can you just give me an example? 1 second. For example, let me explain you through this if I can. You have the date of birth over here, and someone says to find the age in years. So what will you do? You know that we have this now,
and then brackets, and then you do your format, right?
Exactly. So it tells you today's date and time, right? Now it tells you today's date and time. And instead of this, if I use is today,
you don't
sorry.
give me date.
No
time.
Not today. I'll use date, not today. Date. And this will give me only the date, right? So what I was saying was that if I had the date of birth, all I had to do was date of birth minus now minus date of birth. So I would have gotten the number of days in the new field. Okay, and all I had to do was divided by 365 to get the years. Right? Okay, right. I don't have right now. Otherwise, are you sure you got this right? Okay. And in the same way, I could use the day, month, year to get the month out of the date, or the day or the year out of date, or hour out of the time, minute or second out of the time. So we can create new fields for this. Any problem? No. Okay. Format is good. For example, I can use format to change the format, and but by using a function. So I could say is new format, and format is a function, and I want to format basically is the name is expr1 comma.
Just put one. You forgot R in format.
Oh yeah, I forgot R. PR, and I want to format this into day, month, year, right? So if I run this, no, oh, I wrote format. So I get the following, you see, Monday, this. So I can define any format, day, month, year. I can write 2Ds or 2Ys, whatever I may want to. It will change it accordingly. So you know that there is a function known as format, okay, in Access. And then you have the if. Remember we discussed
Yes,
if?
so yeah, I know that.
Very good. So same if is over here.
You did that one for the adult price and the child price. Yeah,
Absolutely. But we can use if over here as well. Okay? We can use it here as well. Right. Okay. Then I would like to discuss these queries: make table, append, update, and delete. You have an idea of these?
No. Maybe for update, the only thing I know is you remember when you go to the re-query. So
yeah. So for example, I would say is long service. I can say over here is yes. Okay. If I run this, I get the following output. There could be a case, right? So if I click on make table, I could name it as yes. So if I say okay, and if I run this, it will say you're about to paste 416 rows into a new table. Yes, I would say yes. As soon as I do so, and as soon as I run this, you will see what will happen. You see, yes is there. Yes is there as a table. So the point is, I have generated and I have created a new table which has the following record. You got my point?
This is the first time I didn't understand something.
Okay, no. Let me just make another point. I'll just add the flights, and let me add these over here. For example, crew, this crew. So what I'll do is, in the crew, I'll just type this, right? So let's say somehow the examiner says that you have to generate another table and then make a form out of it.
My bad, sorry. What did you do with the AC10? Because my mother got in the room and then she distracted me, sorry.
No, nothing. I just typed AC10 in the crew, so I am getting this. I did nothing. But now what I want to do is, this is my query. Okay, obviously query is being displayed as a table, but I want to export this as a table.
Okay.
I want this to be exported as a table. For that, what we'll do is I'll just click on make table, and I will name this as, let's say, AC10. Current database, another current database. Okay. Now, what will happen is, if I run this again, it will say you're about to paste 9 records in a new table. Do you want to do that? I said, yes, I will have to do that. You see, at once I get a table, and this table has.
So you basically use that only when you want to create a new table with that criteria.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I understand now.
You get the point. Or maybe, I also have very good activity for you on this. It's waiting for you. I'll just ask you to do it tomorrow. Okay. For example, let's do more. In case if I have to make another one. If I add cabin crew, what do I have? Let's say surname Green. No, I don't want to delete Green. I don't know, Brown. There are lots of Brown, right? So if I come here, I'll discuss. Okay, let me discuss update. Then I'll discuss append. What's update? Update means that if I click on update, I want to update the criteria, which is brown, to new. So if I run this, it will say you're about to update 4 records in the existing.
Okay, so it will change all.
It will change. It will change.
New, right?
So you will see over here is, if I make a sending, wherever it was, I don't know, where was it? Yeah, it's new. You can see over here, it's new.
Okay, I understand.
You get the point. Now, okay.
Yes, so it updates one record to the one which you chose, right?
Such a kind of point has not come till now, but obviously the examiner will be thinking something on this. So I want to discuss this. That's why I'm doing it. Examiner can think of it with any angle. Okay, in order to append, I need to do something. For example, if I open up cabin crew, I will just do is I'll copy this cabin and I will simply paste it as copy. Okay. Now, yeah. Now what I'll do is cabin crew, and oh, didn't we change it? Cabin. Where we had new. No.
You're looking for the one with brown?
No. I'm just trying to make some changes actually. I need to do something. Let me just make it short. This is copy. So what I'll do is I'll make query design. I'll come to copy. I will add these. Okay, and I will just say over here is delete all those with yes. Run. So I'll just save it. So within copy, if I close this, within copy, I yes have been deleted. You get the point?
Okay, so you deleted everything with yes, right?
I did everything with yes. Okay.
And can you do the same thing in criteria with no, and then you press no in the bracket?
Absolutely. Now why have I done this? Because I have too many records. Okay. Let me. You know the concept about master file and transaction file in the payroll system?
Master
file and transaction file in a payroll system.
I know maybe, but I don't know by name. Probably.
Okay, I'll tell you. During a month, you have is the master file, and whenever new employee joins in, the commissions are calculated. This all is done in the transaction file. So in the beginning of the month, the transaction file joins with the master file, and it makes the new master file. So any update that needs to be done is done in the transaction file, not in the master file. Okay, so let's assume copy is your transaction file. Okay, so what I will do now is
you're going to put that one, that new one into the normal one.
Absolutely, right? You got it. So what I'll do is now I'll come to query design. I will basically select over here is cabin crew. I will add these over here, and I will say append, and I would say I would like to append this to copy, and I'll say okay. And if I run this, it says you're about to paste to a 156 record. I'll say yes. So now if I come to copy, and let me, you see, AA is there.
Yes.
So yes, copy has been appended to this. It's just like copy pasting in a way.
And it sorts it. The computer sorts it.
Exactly, the computer sorted it out. So this is appending, right? You get the point. Like I said, such a kind of question did not come in the papers till now, but obviously it's in the syllabus, and we have to discuss these points. They're important.
And just one thing, because you did it too fast, I didn't really
yes,
you put in the criteria yes, and then you press delete, or you press delete and then you put yes in the.
No, I clicked on delete. And then for example, I'll do it again. No issue. You can ask me to do it again. For example, I have ended flights, and if I add this over my mouse, and if I run this, and if I want to delete is AC 10. So all I'll do is I'll click delete,
and then AC 10, right?
And then AC 10. Okay. It's the criteria. So if I run this, it will tell me that you're about to delete 9. I'll say yes. So basically in init flights 10 has been deleted. It's no more there anymore. Okay, so this was the entire story of your query type. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. You know about cross tab, right? Pivot table cross tab.
I think I did it, yeah, but a long time ago, 1 year ago.
Yeah. It, let me discuss that as well. You know, a simple query cross tab.
Not really.
Okay, hold on. Let me create another.
But not the normal query, of course. The cross tab.
It's okay. I just want to explain you another thing. Examiner says that from here you have to find out. Not from here. Let me get a better one. Okay, right. This is NET flights. Do you see I have AC1 appearing like 5 times and AC11 appearing 11 times? If the examiner says that you have to create is a graph or chart or just summarize a report, I don't know, could be any question, to display that the crew and the number of times the crew is appearing, which means I want AC1 and I want to actually count how many times it's appearing. You get the point? So,
yes, I understand.
So 3 should come in front of this. AC11, 3 should come in front of this. 12, it's appearing 4 times, 4 should come. Now, how do you do this? Well, it's a very simple way. Come to the query design and it flights. Was it NET flights?
I think yes.
Yeah. Let me just add over here. Cannot me just confirm? Yeah,
it was in the crew. So,
the crew. So I will just add the crew twice. Why twice? Then I'll click on total. Can you see this? And then what I'll do is I'll group by and I'll say count. If I run this, I get these and I get to know how many times it's appearing.
Okay.
You get the point, right? So this is how you summarize. This is summary. I didn't want to tell you the wizard because wizard obviously is not a conceptual way. So this is how you basically count, right?
Okay.
You get the point. Okay. Then you have over here. If I come back over here, in the wizard, you have this duplicates. Obviously, you should know. Duplicates is what. If I have a single entry, it will remove that. What I mean to say is, if I open up this, let me open up. Here, I have to use the same example every time. Over here, I have all duplicates, but let's say there is no single. Let's say I have a single value. This is a single value. I don't want this. This will be removed through that process. Okay. I'll show it to you, and I will discuss with you why is it important. This came in the past paper. An examiner came up with a very good question. So I'll come to duplicates. Okay, this wizard creates a query that finds records with duplicate. It will ignore the single value. So I need to use NET flights and I need to find in the crew. Agree? Right. And do I want other fields? Okay, fine, I want other fields to come along. What you will see is that I don't see that one duplicate value that I just, single entry is not there. Now, why is it important? Well, examiner came with a question that said that create a report of all those flights where the person traveled, and traveling is considered as going to Hong Kong and coming back, which means a person would have gone, come back, or the person would have gone, come back, which means
okay, so you create that query,
exactly,
duplicate and you save it, right?
And we had to actually get rid of single values.
Yeah.
So wherever there were single values, this was a very easy process to do it. So, sometimes a very simple process creates a problem for us. So this is where this was. And then you have find unmatched. Unmatched is again used in the same manner to compare, let's say, copy of this with this. I want to compare this with this. Not this, sorry. Did I open a copy of this and this? If I want to compare this with this, so I want to basically see. So I want to unmatch. There are some records which are here but are not over there. There could be a case. You get the point. For example, I will add over here is 4. Okay. And I will just save it. And let's try. So query wizard, find unmatched. I want to compare what? Copy of cabin with cabin. Next, do you want what do you want to compare with? Where did I make the change? Do you remember?
The first one, I think, payroll.
Payroll? Yeah, maybe you're right. Yes, we will just see. Now there were more. Remember? There were more where I made changes. So these records actually were not in this, but they were over here.
Yes, I understand.
You get the point. So this could again be a very good question. Unmatched, okay, to compare data in 2 tables. So yeah, this is also an important thing. Labels, macros we have discussed, but I will discuss 2-3 more advanced macros with you, a bit more out of the syllabus in case, because you don't know the examiner. The rest of things fine. Just I think so you know all. You know all. There is one activity on my website. I'll send you the link. It's a revision of all these points. Okay, it's a good activity. You might revise through that.
Okay.
Now what we need to do is, okay, I'm asking you for a lot of work. Okay, I'll not. That's
for
good.
now, I did. I'm left with like 7 activities in JavaScript. I did 18, and I did the database 1 past paper, and I don't know what's left because the audio doesn't work, so I cannot remember everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. But for example, I for every lecture that we had, I bought a little notebook, and I wrote everything. I have around 10 full papers with all the things that we did, so I can.
Okay, but today's lecture, the voice will be there, by all means. I'm recording the lecture on my phone as well, and I'm recording the lecture on Audacity as well. Okay. So the voice will be there by all means, right? So you keep up your work, and I will just send you one activity of Access. Do that and keep up with the Java work, right?
Yes, I understand.
And
Java
if you have
the only question that I didn't understand, so I wanted to ask you. But now I understand. I didn't know that you can. I thought that you need to connect button. To the function with ID, but I didn't know that you can just connect it with on-click and then the name of the function.
Right.
But I understand everything perfectly.
So before the next class, we are doing 2 past papers of Java and 1 database activity. Just that's it. Okay?
Yeah, we can pass through them quickly because
exactly.
Now, from the first class, I understand everything. Perfect.
Very good. Right. Okay, I'll just send you before we meet again. Okay, right? Right?
Okay, we'll meet on Wednesday, right?
Yes, we'll meet on Wednesday. Right. Perfect. Okay, Mihailo. Okay. Take care, dear. Take care. Thank you.
Take care, sir.